Well, fresh off his win in the Illinois primary, Republican Darren Bailey visited the Chicago suburbs today. After an early morning breakfast in Naperville, the downstate farmer told our Sabrina Franza he's focusing on the Chicago area during his rematch with Governor J.B. Pritzker.
We weren't invited to the actual event, though we were able to ask questions of presumptive Republican candidates immediately after.
I've always tried to distinguish myself separately, and that continues to be a problem. I am my own person. There will be no outside influence.
Darren Bailey distancing himself from President Trump, who endorsed him in his last campaign, but not this time, on immigration.
This should have been done much differently. But let's back up on what should have been the biggest difference. The biggest difference is we don't need federal agents in the state of Illinois. We could have been dealing with this with state and local law enforcement had J.B. Pritzker not gotten in the way and hindered that process.
Bailey is now preparing for a rematch against Governor J.B. Pritzker, who's running for a third term. He says this time will be different.
My goal is to earn the trust of the people of Cook County and the surrounding suburbs.
That, in fact, Chicago is not a hellhole, as he previously described.
No, it's not. I've recanted that. Thank you.
Focusing his pitch to voters on making Illinois more affordable.
Everyone's hurting financially. This isn't rocket scientists. And we know that J.B. Pritzker has created this disaster.
With a new lieutenant governor candidate at his side.
I'm a father of 6. I'm a guy that probably shouldn't be standing up here. Right? Grew up in the city of Chicago, moved to the suburbs. My parents worked hard.
A suburban downstate candidate mashup.
Talk about issues that 80% of Illinois can agree on.
Now we asked those candidates how they planned to compete with super PAC money as well as the funding directly from Governor J.B. Pritzker's personal wealth. They admitted in many cases that they simply couldn't compete, though they did say that they had plans to spend their money more intentionally. From Naperville, Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Chicago.
Bailey's opponent, of course, is J.B. Pritzker. I sat down with the current governor this afternoon. I asked him about a wide range of topics, including Bailey's accusation that he is a billionaire who cannot relate to everyday Illinoisans.
Well, I want to remind you that Darren Bailey inherited his farm. He is a millionaire. So the idea that he's accusing others who are wealthy of being out of touch is kind of laughable. The reality is it isn't about how much money you have. It is about what your values are.
What would you say is your number one priority, your number one goal going into what could potentially be a third term?
We've got to lower costs for people and make sure that they're earning enough to pay their bills. That's it. I mean, if you want to know what my number one priority is, it's that. And indeed, we're doing that by making sure that we're expanding the amount of electricity that's being produced in our state.
Okay, Governor, when will you be announcing whether you will be running for president for 2028?
I don't think that I'll be considering announcing anything like that, because right now I'm focused on running for governor of Illinois. We have so much that we've accomplished and so much more yet to do.
Why take this position now? And that's also Pritzker's new running mate sitting by his side. Christian Mitchell would be lieutenant governor in the next Pritzker term, replacing Juliana Stratton, who is now running for U.S. Senate.